Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. Hope you're all enjoying your weekend. Now, we talk about cryptocurrencies here, and we're not always going to be talking about cryptocurrency in a positive light. If you've been tracking Bitcoin today, you know that it has taken a serious dive in price. And there are some analysts out there who are predicting that Bitcoin could possibly reach $10,000 if this were to happen. We're going to talk about what's been going on with Bitcoin and tell you what that analysis is predicting for that possible $10,000 Bitcoin price tag in this video. Let's get into it. Alright guys, thanks for checking out today's video. Hopefully you find some value in the information I provide. If you do, don't forget, smash the like button for me and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Now, just an upfront comment about Bitcoin. I am still a Bitcoin bull. I enjoy cryptocurrencies as a whole, and Bitcoin and Ethereum are my top two. So I have no intention of selling my position in Bitcoin, but it would be unjust to not provide you guys the same level of negative information that's out there on Bitcoin as I tend to bring you the positive information on Bitcoin. So today we're going to cover all that's going on out there in the Bitcoin in the negative world and just kind of keep you up to speed so that you've got a full picture of the risks of cryptocurrencies. So let's just take a look at a couple of the articles that are out there today about Bitcoin. And this one came out and it says market sees red as Bitcoin drops to 42,000, liquidating a total of $1.8 billion in Bitcoin. Or this article from FX Empire, which we're going to touch more on later, says expect Bitcoin at $10,000 if this happens. And some predicting that, hey, is Bitcoin's drop due to subtle market manipulation? So people are trying to figure out what's going on here. And this article out of CoinDesk says Bitcoin dropped $9,000 in 1 hour on spot market selling, but El Salvador again buys the dip. And we'll talk a little bit about that here shortly as well. Now, just a quick reminder, today's video is brought to you guys by Crypto.com. And Crypto.com is the world's fastest growing crypto app. And if you use my affiliate link that you're seeing there on the screen, and I will pin in a comment in the comment section down below, it's also in the description, you get free $25 just for signing up and joining the platform. So consider checking that out. We'll talk more about them later. Alright, so here's a quick image of where Bitcoin stood about 10 minutes ago when I was making the slides for today's video, just under the $48,000 mark. And you can see the distinct drop we've seen in just the last 24 to 48 hours, from almost the $60,000 mark, 56,858 on Friday, all the way down to where we're at today, a 17% drop in the last 5 days alone. Alright, so with that significant drop, let's now get into exactly what is going on and what's causing the cryptocurrencies as a whole, specifically Bitcoin, to drop so significantly. And this article out of Forbes came out saying 300 billion Bitcoin and crypto price crash after a stark Fed warning. Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Cardano, and XRP in free fall. Now, in the article, it said Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices have fallen sharply, wiping around $300 billion worth of value from the combined crypto market in just 2 days. The Bitcoin price dropped to around $51,000 per Bitcoin after trading around $69,000 just a few weeks ago. That was a fall of almost 30%. And obviously we know, because this was wrote on Friday, it's fallen even more below the $51,000 mark this morning. Now, the latest move lower has seen other major cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Cardano, and Ripple's XRP, each lose about 10% in just 24 hours. That again being correct as of Friday. It probably is even worse this morning. Now, the sudden Bitcoin and crypto sell-off, coming alongside some serious stock market declines, follows a warning made by famed investor Louis Navellier. And it could be Louis Navellier. If I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize. Now, that widely expected Federal Reserve tapering could burst the Bitcoin and crypto bubble. He's quoted as saying, "The Fed is tapering, and this should create a correction in risk assets of which Bitcoin is a part." Now, he wrote in his comments reported by Insider saying, "The more the Fed tapers, the more volatility we should see in both stocks and bonds, and yes, Bitcoin too." But the Fed's comment is not the only thing that's pushing Bitcoin lower. There has been a massive amount of sales as well in the Bitcoin sector. So let's talk more about that. Now, this article at a CoinDesk titled "Bitcoin Drops $9,000 in 1 hour on Spot Market Selling," and of course El Salvador buying the dip. So the price of Bitcoin did plummet on Saturday morning, falling nearly $10,000 in just an hour to a temporary low of $42,000 before bouncing back up. I believe it's just around that $47,000 to $48,000 mark right now. But Bitcoin has fallen some $15,000 over the past 24 hours, while Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, fell around $1,100 over the same time period. And it's that spot market selling that seems to have driven the cryptocurrency lower before triggering huge stop loss in the derivative markets. And this quote comes out of an ETF fund expert and director of CEC Capital, saying, "So far I've seen upwards of 4,000 Bitcoin being sold that pushed the market abruptly down. In fact, 1,500 Bitcoin alone was sold in less than a minute at the time of the drop." And data tracked by CoinGlass shows that price drop had triggered nearly 600 million worth of Bitcoin futures positions in less than an hour. The market appeared over-leveraged earlier this week, with open interest elevated in Bitcoin terms. So futures, derivatives, options, all of this overly leveraged stuff, again coming back to bite people in the butt. No shocker there. I am not a fan of any leveraged asset, especially when people are allowed to take out massive positions without actually putting the money up front. All right, so even through all of this negativity, some are using this fall as an opportunity to buy the dip. El Salvador's president, whose country holds Bitcoin on its balance sheet and has purchased coins during previous dips, announced another purchase of 150 Bitcoin for around $48,700 each. Now, yes, there was a significant price decrease in Bitcoin just in the last 48 hours, but for everybody freaking out about the huge Bitcoin crash and how it's just going to keep plummeting lower, is that possible? Yes, but is Bitcoin still in the green for 2021? And the answer again is yes. Here's a chart showing the year-to-date change in dollar value for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, obviously, Ethereum has absolutely destroyed Bitcoin where this is concerned. They're still up 376% just in 2021 alone, whereas Bitcoin is up a significant 45% even after the dip we've seen. So fears of another economic slowdown mixed with heightened worry by the Federal Reserve over inflation. And earlier this week, Chairman Jerome Powell said the central bank was prepared to pull back its easy money policies quicker than previously expected, opening the door to raising interest rates in the first half of next year. And higher rates makes holding speculative assets such as Bitcoin less attractive. When the Federal Reserve raised rates in 2017 and 2018, Bitcoin's price fell dramatically. All right, guys, I told you we'd talk a little bit more about Crypto.com later in the video, and now is exactly that time. So again, Crypto.com sponsoring today's video. And Crypto.com is still the world's fastest growing crypto app. You can join over 10 million users and buy and sell over 90 cryptocurrencies at true cost. Both of those numbers continuing to grow daily. And spend with the Crypto.com Visa card, getting up to 8% cash back. Grow your portfolio by earning up to 14% interest on your crypto assets. And again, you can use my affiliate link that you see on your screen. It's also in the description section and pinned comment down below to join and get up to $25 free just for signing up. All right, now probably the piece you've all been waiting for throughout this video, the $10,000 price target on Bitcoin if a certain trigger were to occur. Let's see exactly what they're talking about. And again, FX Empire is the one that put this out. Expect Bitcoin at $10,000 if this happens. Now, the last time we saw Bitcoin with a value less than $10,000 was around July of last year, when the value of the asset was trading far below its current value. Since then, the value of the asset has enjoyed massive adoption and growth, pushing it to its price of an all-time high around that $68,000 mark. So how could it crash down to $10,000? Well, remember Louis we talked about earlier? Recently, he made a shocking price prediction, and that is sending some shockwaves down the spine of many crypto enthusiasts and the community at large. According to him, the value of the flagship digital asset, being Bitcoin, could crash to as low as $10,000 if a certain situation were to happen. Okay, so per Navillier, Bitcoin could see an 80% downward trend if Bitcoin forms a scary double top pattern. It would send the asset price lower to hit below $28,000, and at that time would signal the end for bulls. The double top pattern surfaces, that means that the Bitcoin price could be journeying into zones last visited over a year ago. Now, he says, I would take a decline below 46,000, the 200-day moving average, to be a yellow flag, and a decline below the spring low of 28,500 to be a completed massive double top, which points to a decline to below $10,000, which incidentally would match many of the multiple 80% plus declines in its storied history. Basically, what he's saying is an 80% decline in Bitcoin, it would not be a first. This has happened before. As a matter of fact, most recently, Bitcoin crashed by 84% in 2018. Here you can see an old chart pushed out by Bloomberg back in 2018 when you saw January highs followed by significant 84% declines to below the $5,000 mark. So Bitcoin has a history of both incredible jumps upward and unfortunate crashes downward. Alright guys, so there you have it. That is all the news I found on Bitcoin this morning about the significant crash, why they think it's happening, who is behind it, and what could possibly continue to go wrong if certain metrics were to be met. Now, I'm not sure that any of those metrics will ever be met. You might never see $10,000 Bitcoin ever again. It's hard to say what's going to occur. If people start buying the dip and reinvigorating Bitcoin as a whole, it could go back up. If not, you could see significant downward pressure pushing the stock price, or the crypto price as it were, even lower. We'll have to sit back, wait and see. I for one will not be selling my Bitcoin, and I might even dollar cost average, continuing to grow my position as I see prices lower and lower for Bitcoin that I haven't seen in quite a while. But as always, I'm not recommending you buy or sell any cryptocurrency or any stock at all. All the information in today's video is just presented for information and entertainment purposes only. Hopefully you guys found some value in today's video. If you did, again, smash that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, bottoms up.